watched a man walk down.
I think that journalism was a way for me to express how I felt about the world. I don't think I actually really believed naively, or maybe at the beginning I might have believed that I can really change the world. Change is slow, it's a big process, it happens when you least expect it for the most unexpected reasons. I want to try and educate my audience. I want to try and show them that the world can be a better place, that they can make the changes themselves. They can then go and vote better people in, or they can go out on the streets and protest.
Journalists can make a big difference, and very quickly and very powerfully. And I'll give you a good example. The Serbs were shelling Sarajevo for I think about a year and a half, killing about 2 people a day all the time. No one really did much. And then one day there was a mortar fed in the market in Sarajevo. ABC News was in the market filming, doing some sort of economy story, when the mortar fell. And I think the number was about 65 people were killed by that one shell, and they were there, they filmed the whole thing. Within days, because of that coverage, the international community intervened in Bosnia and ultimately defeated the Serbs. 2 people killed a day meant nothing for 32, 33 days. 65 killed in one day changed the course of history. And why? Because it was on camera.
If I can get my readers to understand the world the way that some of the people I interview see it, and that's a very different way, then I think I've succeeded. I think that possibly one of the most surprising things that I came across was in a very sad situation. I was covering the hostage situation in a school in southern Russia, in Beslan, and the town was trying to come to terms with this enormous loss. And what was amazing to me was that this place was overrun with journalists, and the townspeople just took us all in. We found places to lodge, people gave us beds, they gave us food, and then they refused to take payment. And this is in the middle of this incredible grief that is going on around us. That was an amazing lesson in human dignity and coping capacity.
It was interesting covering the Iraq War, and I think that's a case where you hear about it so much and it's easy to become desensitized to a story like that. When you physically go on the ground and you see the people whose lives were affected by U.S. policy, that moves you. You know, you see the children who have lost parents, but when you're physically living with them or working with them, you realize the impact that people in Congress or at the White House can have on the lives of citizens around the world, and that's pretty powerful. And that's where I really do take my job seriously. You know, you have an ability. It's not that anyone wants to mislead anyone in the Congress or the White House, but they might not get the accurate picture of what's happening. And sometimes your reports allow world leaders to see a slice of life in an area that they might not be able to access. But oftentimes we're interviewing people who have just lost loved ones, who have seen the worst atrocities occur. And, you know, it is a fine line. It is a very fine line that you have to walk. I'm amazed at how, in a time of tragedy, a lot of people are willing to pour out their hearts, and they understand that this is their one way to reach out and explain to the world, this is what I'm going through. You have to remember that you leave with your cameraman and your producer, but they stay behind, and they have lives. And I tried to be very mindful of that. It may be a great story, but you don't want someone else's life ruined because of a story that you've published.
We are making this interview in the period of time where I left television for 1 year in order to focus on a project of mine. I'm heading a project, a humanitarian project to help women who were raped in Congo, in the conflict over there. There are more than 5 million people who died. There are hundreds of thousands of women who were mutilated and raped in the most outrageous way. I've been there covering the war in Congo. After seeing what I saw, I decided that I cannot go on, you know, just watching this place and then run away to watch another place. Everything gets in your heart, you know, but you run away. Because after Bosnia there will be Kosovo, and after Kosovo there will be Rwanda. You will get your friends in Rwanda and you'll never leave them, but all of a sudden you have Iraq. And it's never ending. And then in Congo I decided, okay, I have to stop it now. And every year I'm going there with a group of Israeli gynecologists, the best, 1 month each time to the most remote areas in Eastern Congo. We are making clinics and also teaching local nurses how to do operation. And after 1 month, you know, we are coming back and provide assistance from abroad. I will not save Africa, and I will not save Congo. I will not save 10%, I will not save even 1% of Congo. But I will save a fraction of percent. 3 villages in East Congo on my responsibility nowadays. So you're not changing the world, but you're affecting dramatically, as far as I'm concerned, life of people. You know, they will live and they will not die thanks to you, thanks to your operation. And this was enough for me to decide that I'm quitting for the time being my work in the television and focusing only on that project. And this is what I'm doing mostly this year.